Guys, deluded, you know, obviously with West Ham drawing 0-0 with Arsenal, very frustrating night. Let's get into the player ratings. Now, I must admit, man, I'm in two minds because I don't necessarily think players played badly like Southampton to a degree, but we could have played much better and we shot ourselves in the foot, really. I'm more angry at Wenger with the selection business, to be honest with you. Several other players could have started, but let's start with the top. Check. Ultimately, kept a clean sheet, so I have to give you, whether the opposition tried or not, so I have to give you a bit of credit. You collected a couple crosses, I give you credit. Your distribution was better today, I give you credit. But there was some questionable. You think you dropped the ball about twice. I think the leadership weren't there again. You did a couple questionable things. So while I give you a 5, the jury is very much out on Check. He's had a good season, but now he's going through a dark patch. We know for a while we've been needing a keeper, and I don't know if one will come until Czech properly falls off, similar to Lehman. You remember what Lehman did when it actually went, it went poor for him. So yeah, man, the less said on that, the better. Monreal, I'll give you a 5, man. Interceptions were there, passing was there, kept it clean sheet. Ultimately, you weren't the worst player on the pitch by any stretch of the imagination. You didn't do anything amazing, but you just simply done your job. So 5 out of 10. Couple shaky incidences. No one played perfect, but 5 out of 10. Bellerin to make a case, 4 out of 10. I'm unimpressed with the end product. I'm unimpressed. The end product, like, you're getting balls in key positions. Right backs, you have to be like wingers. I'm so sure if you weren't Spanish and these sort of things, we wouldn't be putting you on this level. I can't even lie, to be honest. I love Bellerin. Bellerin, he is my right back, but he could be so much better than he's selling himself. There was incidents where he was getting assists and things every week, or basically every week. I'm exaggerating, but it's gone worse. You're getting the ball, you don't know what you're doing. If it's not that backwards pass, you don't know what you're doing in the final third. And the way we play, shuffling it side to side, with wingers in modern football basically needing to, needing to be wingers, you've got to be better. Like Trippier, I think you're way better than Trippier. But Trippier, no disrespect to Trippier because he's decent, but Trippier's putting balls in behind. Trippier's going to get more assists than you. Maitland Niles, already in one game, showed better end product in one game against West Ham, no disrespect, than you've shown all season. Like, I rate Bellerin highly. I like Bellerin a lot. Bellerin can be our right back for a while, to be honest with you. But you need to improve, and whether that comes via competition or the penny dropping is nonsense today, man. Maitland Niles, I give him a 7. I don't care what no one says. If I'm being a bit generous, for me, he's our best player on the pitch. I might be exaggerating because I like the guy a lot, but he was quality today. He done with the interception. He dealt with a lot of interceptions. He put in a lot of key crosses that Giroud could have taken advantage. He dealt with the link-up play, provided an outlet. Couple of times where he let his youthfulness and his inexperience show. Couple of needless fouls he couldn't have given. He didn't need to give away. And a side like West Ham, that credit taking advantage of set pieces, because on another day could have threatened us. But he's a young player. He's learning. I'm happy for him. In the last 18 months, if you go and even buy that magazine, the Arsenal magazine, a few months ago, a big key for him, a year ago, a big key for him was trying to start a Premier League game in the next 18 months, and he's been patient, he's travelled with the side, and it's about getting your chance when it comes, and you can only play what's in front of you and as good as your last game, and he's been consistent in Europa League, and he was consistent today. Yes, it weren't a game where you're playing against them wingers that want to test you and rip you and turn you inside out, but he dealt with it. He went up against Arnautovic and Antonio, Premier League footballers with vastly more experience than him. So he did his thing today, man. So 7 out of 10, man. He did enough. Koscielny, I give him a 5. He did enough, but the jury, man, you need to up it now. You're playing hospital passes game after game. There was one incident in the second half. He played one dirty hospital pass, and it went to shambles in the game. And I think eventually, if my memory is right, Hernandez eventually hit the post, and it was really a lot of partisan stuff that was going on. 5 out of 10, but we need to up it. We need to up it. We need to up it a lot if we're going to get top 4 and these sort of things, man. 5 out of 10, but the jury, light check, man. Koscielny got to pattern up. I think Xhaka Wilshere actually played alright today, to be honest with you. Xhaka definitely had one of his, for all them critics, they have to admit, he definitely had a better game than he would have, than they'll give him credit for. Yes, he weren't tested that much, bar a couple shaky incidences in the opening stages. His passing was very good, as it normally is. His tackling was actually alright, like he was actually sliding to the floor and winning the ball, and he was actually doing the right things and not taking any chances at the back as well. So I give him a 5 out of 10, to be honest. Jack Wilshere, 5 out of 10. Felt he could have played a lot better if I'm harsh on the guy, but he's my guy. He played lovely, man. You saw him, that incident. When was it, man? Two midfielders were on him. He drifted in and he turned out. You saw him putting in the tackles. You saw him feeding in the balls. Should have scored with his right foot. But he took his chance, and why can't he get more starts? We've been calling for it, and I want to see him start against Newcastle on Saturday, to be honest with you. Iwobi, I'm torn between a 4.5 and a 5. Played so well in the first half, but again, as is the case, has been with Iwobi, standards drop massively in the second. He stops running, he stops tracking back. The quality in the final ball drops. So I'm gonna have to give him a 4.5. No, man, I think he played better than Bellerin. So I'm gonna give, you know what, a 5. I'm gonna give him a 5 because I can't give you a 4.5. I don't feel he played that bad, even though your standards dropped. I'll give you a 4. I don't feel you was on the same level as Bellerin. You definitely played better than that. But your standards need to remain consistent. The same way you played in the first half, you need to keep that up, man. You've played in some big games this year, but you're not a starter, and I'm guaranteed you obviously want to be a starter. I love Iwobi as a footballer. I think he'll be a very good team player for us. I don't care for world class and all of these mad shouts. But yeah, man, I like the guy a lot. But 5 out of 10 today. Giroud a 2, man. I might be being harsh because he wasn't getting the best service, but when it was, he weren't putting up a fight. He weren't offering a real outlet. The ball weren't sticking. I did think Reed and Obono got away with 2 dirty elbows on the guy, but he just... It's bewildering how Lacazette didn't start. Giroud, fair play, he scored his goal on the weekend, and I guess you can only when someone's been on the bench, ain't started the game all season, and them things there, the starts there, and because we ain't won in 2 games prior, there's a case you could make a case for rotation. But come on, you signed your £52 million striker. He hasn't been playing badly apart from Southampton. He was pretty poor, but yeah, he should be there, man. 2 out of 10. Ozil, I'll give Ozil a 6, man. He was controlling, he was at the heart of it, he was picking out passes, he was doing his thing, should have scored in the 55th minute. If I'm being harsh, he could have done a lot better. But those who say Ozil didn't have a good game are lying. He didn't have a great game, we didn't win, ultimately never got no assists or none of that. 6 out of 10. I feel Alexis had a better game, definitely a better game than Southampton. Underwhelming, because I feel he had a point to prove. He owes a big performance to himself. And he's only got 4 goals in the Prem this year or something like that. 6 out of 10. He was offering an outlet. He was getting involved. I was wondering why he wasn't pulling the trigger earlier. To be honest with you, but yeah, 6 out of 10. I was baffled how Giroud managed to complete 90 minutes and not get subbed. I really thought Giroud would be the one to get subbed for Alexis, but it is what it is, man. 6 out of 10. I feel I've covered all the players. Wells, when he came on, I give Wells a 2 as well. He didn't do nothing, man. Like he's not been influential at all when he's been coming off the bench of recent. He's just been giving the ball away. And for someone that's trying to earn a contract 2019 and we're meant to be in negotiations, does he deserve a new contract based on that? Wells is my guy. I think Wells is a good team player, but I have to call it how I see it. Lacazette weren't on the pitch long enough. He got 8 minutes. You can't rate someone on the pitch for 8 minutes. You can't get a rating. His touches were a bit rusty, but yeah, man, you can't do anything about that. Guys, DG, I'm signing out. Thank you very much for watching. Of course, player ratings, I'm done.